Welcome back to MoMo on the Move. I'm your host, Monica Marquez, and today I have my two special guests here. We have Aminah and we have Juliette. Juliette is visiting from New York. If you don't know her, because probably don't. She went to school with me. She's a college homie, sorority sister, all that good stuff. And then Aminah, I met out here. We worked together at Shot Tequila and Grill. She's another Shot Tequila and Grill member. And today it's just gonna be girl talk. We're gonna be sipping on wine, putting on some face masks, and answering questions that I know we all want to know the answers to.
Right.
So before we start, we're gonna put on our face masks and come back to our seating positions here. And we're back with our face masks on. Well, I'm the only one with the face masks on because Juliette burnt her face before coming to California. Yeah. She went in a tanning bed and sprayed some, can you tell us please?
Like the Mist Refreshing, like green tea, you know, they're like popular.
Yeah, so I didn't know. She went in a tanning bed and like it burnt her face. It's definitely the spritzer because she didn't put it on the rest of her body and the rest of her body's okay.
Yeah, I just fried.
So she burnt herself before coming here, which is fantastic.
I arrived in
also she's on antibiotics.
Yeah.
So that's great. And Aminah.
You say anti or anti?
Is it anti or anti?
Antibodies.
Antibiotics.
I say antibodies.
Antibiotics.
But I think I say antibiotics.
Tea? You say tea?
Shit, I don't even know.
Well, that's a question for our viewers to answer themselves. But anyway, Aminah, she's doing the aloe vera on her face as well because
I got a chemical pill, which is basically a really strong combination of acids that are placed on your face to relieve your acne. And blemishes. So
and what's it called?
That's what it's going through. A chemical pill.
It's just called a chemical pill.
Well, there are specific names to this acid, those of which I do not know the names.
Okay.
Pill, like?
No, a pill, like because your skin is
like
it's
peeling. No, yeah. Pill, like.
No, she's right. I think I say pill weird. Like I mean peel.
Oh, like peel.
But I say pill, like
I thought like
the tablet that you swallow.
Oh, I was thinking pill.
It's one of the many words I say inaccurate.
Interesting. And
if
you don't
peel,
know,
because your skin, it's the acid's literally like peeling off that dead skin.
Oh, okay.
All that shit, but yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
So yeah, aloe vera for me because that's all my face can take right now.
It's fine.
Was not stupid and burnt her face before going.
And I just am trying to make my face look pretty, so this will help hopefully. And we're drinking some red wine here. If you don't know that Trader Joe's has the deals, now you know. I bought this bottle. It's called Run Riot Raucous Red Blend. It is, what's that thing called? When you like say the same beginning of the word.
Alliteration?
Alliteration.
Yeah.
That is what this is. And it was $4. And maybe it's from California and we're from California and maybe that's why it's so cheap because it's not imported, but delicious. $4.
I don't know. Trader Joe's just might have the connect.
Yeah, they're the plug for
They are the plug for sure.
But it's done now because we started a little before the podcast, and now we're sipping on some Pinot Noir from Oregon.
I say Oregon, but I hear people say Oregon too. It's just one of those words.
All right.
That's better than the peel pill though.
Yeah, that peel pill was crazy.
We were like, I know. It's like I say that volume instead of like
volume.
Yeah.
Volume?
Yeah.
You say volume? Isn't volume like a drug?
Yeah, I know that.
That's not the one I'm talking
Literally,
about.
my mind is just stuck on pills for
Shit, girl.
Yeah.
Shit. Let me find out, girl.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. The struggle.
Anyway, so the questions that I'm asking today, I'm gonna like shout out Lewis because it was his decision, his production input. So we're gonna be talking about like relationships and all that good stuff, sipping on wine. So as we progress through this podcast, it probably will sound a little slurred, but hey, this is real, this is raw, we're doing it, more, it's fun.
Yeah.
So the first question I have, guys, what is your opinion on friends with benefits? Or let's start with this. What does a friend with benefit mean to you? Like what is your definition, Aminah?
A friend with benefit Or also synonymous with fuck buddy.
I think that's definitely a correct.
Right? It is someone who you are literally only entertaining for pleasure purposes only.
Like on your
Like there's no, text me in the morning or text me to make sure you got home safe. There's no emotional connection.
I agree.
It's just hit it and
like with it.
Yeah, but you guys are friendly.
But regular.
Like you actually like this person though.
Yeah.
That's the difference too. That's where the friend
You can
part
hang out for a
comes
couple
in.
hours after.
Like
it's not like
watching movies. You can cuddle after.
Yeah, I mean no,
but
you can't
like
cuddle. You can't cuddle. And it's not friend with a
guess.
benefit. You gotta literally treat yourselves as friends who just so happen to fuck.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's
I wouldn't
what
mind a
happens,
little
right?
cuddle at the end, but I guess that's just me.
I don't know if you're looking for a friend with benefit then.
But I love to cuddle. I mean, I guess there's some people that are just like, all right, it's over. Okay, I'll call you tomorrow.
Rolls over.
Rolls over, slips out.
Under the covers.
Slip and dip.
Too short, but.
All right. So, would you consider like, out of all the like guy friends that you've had over the years, like, is there any? Would you make any of your friends a friend with benefit?
No, on
I don't think
account
it works
of,
that way.
Yeah.
I mean, then you just start hooking up with your long-term
And I feel like that would just turn.
Yeah, I think a friend with benefit
It's someone you meet and you don't want anything serious.
Like
but
you have
all
no
we want to do is
emotional
have fun.
connection.
Do you guys like sign a contract in the beginning and are like, all right,
No,
listen,
no
this is what's
I think it's a verbal contract actually.
No, I feel like you need to have this
If you catch feeling,
contract.
tell me because we're gonna stop.
No, you need to lay
Yes,
out the foreground,
yes.
the foreplan out, because then they're gonna catch feelings and then you're gonna feel like
Or
an
you
asshole
will.
for like,
There's
or I will.
definitely
Yes.
there's
Clearly,
definitely a
because
verbal
clearly.
I know, right? There's definitely a verbal contract that happens at the start of that, or that's how verbal I have been. Like, listen, this is all.
what it is.
We don't want anything serious.
We don't want
We're only
anything
having fun.
serious. We are friendly and actually like each other as human beings, but are literally just trying to fuck and like we're busy. I mean, a fuck buddy or a friend with benefit, I think comes in handy when you're busy or you're just doing other shit.
And like
that.
hang out for 4 hours.
Right, you don't have time for a relationship, but we still have needs as human beings,
Yes,
so
and you need
it's
that
better to
release.
have it from a friend than, in my
It's a
opinion.
release that needs to be released.
Then a random thing
Then a
going
random
out
person.
at a bar and meeting someone.
Yeah, because that's just a lot of work, and then you spend money.
And also you don't know who it is or what's going.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
need to know. You
You
also
don't
need to
know.
know
You
if
don't
they're
know
clean.
anything.
Right.
I don't know
That's part of the
anything.
contract that you have. You have all of this.
This verbal
You
contract
lay
is
it
important.
down.
Really? I had
It's a
never-
verbal contract. Like, listen,
What's that question number 2? So first you should establish like no
we're just
feelings.
fucking. Right.
And then,
no feelings
Are you
attached.
checked?
Are you checked? Right. And you get checked. Again, this is just my experience.
No, I think this is a great way to go
See.
throughout this process. But I feel like sometimes it can start off a little sticky. Like one time, like especially if you're in college. But like being out of college, it's different now because like now you know what you want. You're like trying to go for your career. But like I feel like in college, it's like hey, it happened once. Like maybe it'll happen again. You know.
And you're like you see him and you're like I've already done that. It doesn't matter. It's
Right.
It's one more time. I was
Right.
embarrassed the first time, but you already said that I've done it. So
Right.
Okay, so aside from friends with benefits, like we already established that it's not an emotional thing, it's a physical thing, and we're here for one thing and one thing only, and like you guys can be friends outside of it without being weird and awkward because like that happens.
It does happen.
That's why you kind of don't want to do it with your friends
because then you can ruin
because you
the
can then you can
friendship.
ruin the friendship.
That's why we say it has to be someone you just.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Unless they end up dating and then they just get married, but like, does that happen?
Honestly, that would be ideal because if that's your
You know-
best friend, like, and
Yeah.
then you realize that the physical part is fun with that person, then like,
You
why
like it.
not?
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Not
that.
everyone can also do a friend with benefit relationship. It's hard.
No, yeah, I know.
Because it's very hard for us, I just think, as humans, not to emotionally
Grow
attach
feelings.
ourselves to someone who we spend so much time with,
Yeah.
especially as intimately.
I guess
As a
that's why you
sexual
can't
partner.
cuddle
Yeah.
after because
Right.
then
Yeah.
that's when those intimate.
I'm like,
feelings are.
Yeah.
why you thought that?
I don't know because I fucking like cuddling shit. But alright, next question.
Do you cuddle with your cousin at night?
No, we don't cuddle.
Okay.
She don't give me that love that I need and love.
Dead.
But so how do you let a guy know, or how do you know that you're into a guy? Like, what do you do? How do you react?
How do you
Like, to him
react to
texting
them?
you? Like, yeah. Like, how do you know you're into a guy?
If I actually enjoy texting them and don't be like, ugh, I gotta respond.
Like, it's
again.
not a chore.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like, fuck, I haven't
That's the
answered.
one.
No, because sometimes guys be texting me and I'm like, oh.
Oh,
I'll look at it
yeah,
and then
that's
I'm
like
like,
yeah.
I'll look at it and I'm like, oh,
Not
I'll
interested
answer it
anymore.
later. Never answer, and they're like, bro, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about you.
Like the fact that I didn't remember.
But like, I feel like when I like someone, when I'm like, I'm waiting for them to text me back. Like, it's like and then when you see their name, you get really excited.
You're like, you get texting is for sure an easy way to tell if you're feeling someone for real or not.
Yeah, that's a big identifier.
I don't know, what are other ways?
I guess if you get nervous to meet their family members.
I feel like that could be nervous for anyone. If you still get excited
let's say if you're gonna meet your friend. And
that's how you know
if you're still excited.
Your heart skips a little beat every time you come in the room.
Meet the family like that. What else? I would say.
Yeah, like if you get excited instead of just being like, oh my god, you're like, oh, I really want to see you.
It's getting excited. Exactly.
My face now.
Wait, so you're in a relationship?
Oh, Aminah is in a relationship. So helpful fun fact. There's 2 single ladies and then there's 1 taken lady.
1 taken lady, right.
Still with a lot of good things to say, I feel like.
Even though experiences, yeah.
I think then we have the whole perspective here.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's an in between. Is there anyone in between? I don't think I'm in between.
In between what?
Well, I'm talking to someone right now.
You're in between.
I'm kind of in between, I guess.
You're more in between than I am, I think.
Okay, fair enough. So we have an in-betweener, an in-there girl,
and in there,
and an outside girl.
I'm in here.
She's in it to win it, guys.
Woo!
Okay, so what is your ideal first date aside from, like, you know, the ideal first date that you had with your mans? I don't even know if it was the ideal
Oh my god, my first date, wow. It was rough. So, fun fact, I met my boyfriend through Bumble, the dating app. Did not expect to find anyone.
Now, what was your opinion on dating apps before meeting your mans on dating app?
I was a skeptic for sure, but more because it was just like I don't know. I think they were too like kind of quick to like negate what it really was, which is like this is an app for fucking. Like it might as well just like be a little bit more direct. You know what I mean? Like because it was just annoying. Because it was like you had to beat around the bush and you have to get stuck on Tinder. You know when Tinder first came out, right? And being like, oh well, how's your day? And it's like small talk, which is so frustrating.
So annoying.
So it's like I feel like it just took so long. Like we're in 2019 now, where people are a little bit more like fluid and open about their sexuality and you know say it loud, say it proud, but you know, now people say like I just want to have a fuck buddy. Like we're much more direct about that than we used to be.
Definitely agree.
So that was my problem with the apps.
Also,
in the
I feel like this generation is
like
more or less about commitment, just because they're all focused on like themselves and like they're more goal oriented. I feel like just because I feel like there's so many different job opportunities like with social media and technology. I just feel like you can just be an influencer tomorrow and just start making millions on Instagram or YouTube.
I should do that.
Yeah, who knows? But anyway, back to your ideal first date, or tell us about your first date first.
So we met on Bumble. So originally I was super nervous, of course, because this was my first date. It was essentially a blind date. Like, of course, you know what this man looks like by their profile picture, but catfishing is real. You know what I mean? Like, so you really don't have a clue. So it's like you're really just setting yourself up.
That's how I felt.
It's a risk. It's a risk. Exactly.
It's not like fucking catfish. Right. They don't have the height size. That was a problem.
I know.
Yes, they didn't have
That's a problem.
Where? And on Bumble they do. On Bumble,
on Hinge they do. On Hinge they have the whole background.
And height is very important.
My friend, I convinced her to go on a Hinge day once. She hates me now till this day. I was like, yeah, go. She was like, he's fine.
I have your hand.
No judgments, girl. Pour me up.
Oh wait,
let me finish this.
They're different ones.
So. I know. I thought it was.
Yeah, don't mix them.
No, that's not good.
But cheers.
Cheers.
So I convinced my friend to go on a date. She was like, but he's 5'9", and I'm like, you're like 5'1". She said 5'6", and I was like, you're like 5'1", it's fine. Just like because I wanted her to go. Yeah. It turns out he lied and he was like 5'3" or something.
Oh my God.
That's that's disrespectful.
Yeah, so I guess you like still lie on the Hinge app, but like that's definitely disrespectful as well. But you also have to look at how they take their angles, like on their pictures. Like,
right. If you get up here, they're short.
I realized after I was played by his height because I thought this on Tinder, like this was back when I had Tinder for a hot second for shits and giggles in college, and I met this one guy at the bar at Murphy's because I was like, perfect. Like I have all my friends with me. Like I'm sure you were there
I know
at one point.
Story.
Yeah, I told you this story. And I see him and I'm like, bro, we're the same height. Like this is not gonna work. I thought you were like way taller. He's super.
You straight up said that?
No, I didn't say that. I was just like, but then his friend was also his height, and Manuela is like Aminah's height. So like she's
I'm 5'9".
She's way taller than me and him. So I was like telling like Manuela, help me. Like she's like, girl, you are on your own here. Like I'm taller than all of you.
Yeah, that's rough.
So I just was like, listen, I'm my friend. She's like, you're not doing all right. So like I gotta go with her and like.
Did you hang out for a little bit?
Literally not even a little bit. I was like, I'm not
even
gonna start.
Did you get your drink? No.
I just didn't even want to start.
No.
I was like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm good. But then I saw back his Tinder. I was looking back at his Tinder picture and I'm like, oh my god, he is short. I never like saw it. And then I see the angle that these pictures were taken. I'm like,
wait, so what's the angle?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if a guy is short, he'll normally take a photo from above because it's giving you height.
Like
it'll
make you look tall
because it's giving the picture more depth.
Yeah.
To make you look
like this,
taller.
like holding the camera,
like up, like
from
if
above,
you're like
above them.
from above. To the point where you can see the ground behind them, so it's elongating the photo.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
also,
yeah.
It's like they're the whole picture, and that's kind of like a little Napoleon complex. You're just trying to be the biggest thing there. It's just really not true.
Napoleon complex is real.
Anyway, your ideal first date.
Wow, we went on a tangent.
So many, yeah.
It's the wine. Cheers.
Cheers. To her tea. Oh yeah, because she's on antibiotics.
Antibiotics.
Okay, so my first date was awful.
This is the taken one, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
She's still with this man.
I'm still with this man.
How long has it been?
Blessed be our journey. 5 months, so still relatively new for sure. But like we deep, like you know what I mean. Like we're in.
I mean, she said she's like swimwear.
Right. Exactly. So my first date, I was extremely nervous, obviously, and so I just completely did everything in my power to make sure that I was not as anxious as I could be once I arrived to his house.
So wait, where was the? Oh, it was at his house.
It was at his house. So he is a chef. So he's in the service industry. Being in the service industry,
he seduced you with some food at his house.
That works.
No, meaning that he gets off late, like really late, like solid.
And this is your first.
This is our first meeting.
With him or like in
with
general?
him and on the app.
Yeah, that's what
he's your first.
He was the first Bumble date and my last.
And you deleted the app.
And then I deleted the app.
This should be an advertisement for Bumble.
I know. I also don't. I'm someone who doesn't believe in coincidences, so I'll leave it there. So first day comes around and I'm extremely nervous. So what do you do when you're nervous to ease your shit? You maybe partake in a little liquid courage, a little something, wherever your vice may be.
All right.
My ass decided to take a Xanax.
Oh my goodness.
Because I was like, no, not a whole bottle.
Why would I take a bar?
Oh, I thought you said bar. No, like.
Didn't you say Xanax?
Yeah, it's a pill.
Yeah, so she said a bar. You don't refer to Xanax as bars?
I've never heard that. But that's
Alright, continue.
I don't take drugs. This is one time thing.
We don't condone drugs.
We don't condone drugs. However, I needed it that night because I was so nervous.
However, that
one time when you didn't need it, that's when I'll condone it. But I don't. Also, moderation, team. Okay.
Yeah, everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation. So I took this because I was nervous as shit. Like I was like, first of all,
did you take it before going to him, or he offered it to you?
No. I took it before going.
Okay, heard. Okay.
Right? Which again, I just had this because like my sister's best friend gave it to me randomly one
just
day,
like
and it came handy. I was like, I need to be more chill. What am I gonna do?
But you've never been on this trip.
I've never been on this
trip.
And
you
decided today, of all days, on the first date, did I? So
she's like,
I fell asleep in this man's home, out cold. Granted, let's just talk about all the reasons this is problematic.
This is dangerous.
One, alert! I had my best friend like with the address ready. I was like, if I do not text you to let you know that I'm physically falling asleep, like that I know consciously I'm falling asleep, call everyone. Like 911, SWAT team, alert media, alert everyone.
Were you like mid conversation and you were just like,
You guys, he told me my eyes were open.
I still wanted to see you again. I'm just like, what fucking weirdo.
I fell asleep mid-conversation out. Woke up and it was daytime. I fell asleep. I got so lit from that then. I was out.
Did you drink with it too?
No, I mean we partook in a little other activities. Right. And so for our users. So I was as you say in 2019 slumped.
Okay.
Extremely slumped.
Slump guy.
Did you like hang out a couple hours or it was like half hour?
It was like a solid, I would say, hour and a half.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not like
So I feel like that's so bad. But
it is still bad.
remember, he gets out. We are still kicking. So the first date went terribly.
So basically, if you ever fall asleep, they might still
talk
to you
back.
again and want to see you again.
You know, I thought I lost them at your eyes were open, but you know, I did not.
You didn't get freaked out?
You didn't get freaked out. I do sleep with my eyes open. That's a
Bro.
That's
I was like, wow, this is like a thing.
I know. I was like, I literally, this is how I responded. I said, you weren't supposed to see that yet.
You weren't supposed to see crazy yet.
I was so embarrassed, but I was like, fuck, man. Like, I was nervous. It was my first date, and God knows how long. Like, wow, deep. So I was nervous, and I got through it. I told him maybe a month ago, and we're in month 5.
Oh.
I was like, now I can laugh about it to where I think it's actually funny because who falls asleep on a first date?
Yo, that's hilarious, bro.
I did not know that that's how the story was
I don't know
going.
if I've had some. No, I've had some bad first dates.
Right.
But like the Jimmy Kimmel one, which we already heard on the first episode, it wasn't horrible. It was just not ideal.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll go off with my ideal first date.
Yeah, what's your
But I
ideal
don't even
first
know, honestly. But okay, let me see what a perfect date would be like if I just like were to magically date myself real quick.
Oh, perfect date.
I would be awesome.
A perfect date.
Oh my god, a game!
starts with flowers.
I think a game. Going to a game would be a perfect first date.
Like any
to
game,
go,
basketball, baseball.
I would prefer to go watch a basketball game because I'm into basketball. Like I can talk to you about it. Like
Yeah,
and I can't just be like, oh, that was what just happened right there. Like I want to be like that.
Touchdown.
Yeah, like no. So a basketball game would be preferred, but baseball games are mad fun or soccer
They
games.
can be so boring.
But
baseball.
I guess if you're
Yeah, there are too many innings. When does it end?
Okay, basketball. I mean, either sport, if you're like drinking and having good conversation with the person that you're with,
then you're not even paying attention to the game.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how
Okay.
but that's how I want the
big
ideal
game.
first date to be. Like I want it to be like at a game, but like the
You're
game
not
is all. But like
winning.
hopefully they are winning. But like if they do lose, like the date isn't a loss. Like
Yeah.
the conversation and
We're like, sad.
you know the whole interaction between me and him is lit. So. Like good conversation, we had good food, we drank a little bit, we're a little buzz, it's nice. And then if it goes further the first date, then like cool, and if it doesn't, like it's only the first date, we're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that'd be a cool first date. Yeah, no?
No, yeah, I think all
I don't
first
know.
dates need to have plenty.
I feel
I know
like
the worst first date would be going to like a movie or something.
I think
Why?
Because you can't
Yeah.
talk.
because you
Okay,
can't have a
that's fair.
conversation.
Okay, but
Unless you have
movies are good for people who are nervous for their first date and
Okay.
need a dramatic icebreaker like a 2-hour movie.
like
Like sit through it and
I don't think
Yeah, and then hang out after, right? Because
I-
like I've sat with this person now for 2.5 hours.
and I guess you have something to talk about
After,
Like,
exactly. That's actually a really good icebreaker for
I
people
don't
who
know,
are nervous
it's
about
my
it.
goal.
I would rather like because it's more a game is
Yeah.
more interactive.
Mm.
But I do.
That game is like, I think, perfect for
But
a
I did
second.
have a first date as a movie, but we were
Really?
able to get like tequila and food before. Like we had dinner.
What?
Before
So you just showed up
we,
lit?
we had dinner before the movie, and then the movie was also lit.
That's a
Jordan
good
did
time.
too, and I had a great time. And
Yeah.
we both like came out with like a favorite song, "Shea Butter Baby." Love that song.
Shout out to J. Cole
Shout
and
out to
Ari Lennox.
Ari
Jingle.
Lennox, yes. And that was like low key a little song for a little bit.
Yay! Shea
Um,
Butter Baby, you can make movies to that song.
Yo, that song is fire.
For all of you that don't know, look it up.
And if
Shea
you don't
Butter
know,
Baby.
look it up. It's on Spotify, all platforms.
Or no, it's just called Shea Butter, right?
Shea Butter.
Yeah.
I know.
Another
think
good
it-
date.
Who knows?
Going to a museum because like you're walking
I
around.
was
It's
wondering
not like
that.
you're staring at each other across the table, and then there's stuff to talk about, like what you're looking at.
Again, I recommend partaking in
the movie or what?
Well, if you do a museum, like a little line before.
Oh, you definitely have to be a little like.
You have to be a little
so that your mind stays.
Also, your mind opens when you're like that, and a museum is the perfect place to explore that.
You can't be like tough, like tight. Like you gotta be like open-minded.
Well, are you talking about like me personally?
No. Oh, you're talking about you personally.
Yeah, like what I would want to do.
Is that okay? Yes.
Because if I was really socially awkward, like. What do you think of that painting? Like, I wouldn't suggest that.
I actually hate museums.
I like museums.
I love them for what they represent and the culture, obviously, that is inside of one. But let's just be real for a second. We're slowly walking, staring at shit. Exactly.
Slowly.
That's how I was in like Europe, and I was like, I know
it's a lot. Like I love seeing it, but when you really get down to it,
and then you look around you, and they're all like.
Yeah, but some people can get lost in them, so props to the people who can.
Those are the, like I feel that statement hard. Because,
I'm low, buddy.
Oh shit, my bad. Okay, anyway, so me and my friend Alexa, we went backpacking in Europe, and so we went to plenty of museums. We went to the Louvre in France and Paris, and we went to the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam. So I don't have to refill again.
Yeah,
that's what I'm like. Yeah,
right to
so you shall receive. Oh my god.
Anyway, so we were like, I remember the first time we were hitting my pen in the Louvre,
cheers.
and I was like,
oh, that's
cheers. But like, I was like, this is gonna be cool. We're gonna sit to see Mona Lisa. At the state that we are in, and then the rest of the museum. But like I remember, like we both knew. Yeah, this is nice, right?
You can't take a sip.
What do you mean?
To try it.
I'm not enabling you. I just want to
like
know.
Juliette.
I don't know what.
I don't think the sip would matter, but.
And red wine isn't it good for the heart?
It is. Like last day keeps heart attacks away.
But not.
I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's really true.
Yeah. No, we'll wait till Saturday. That's how much you can drink. Maybe we'll do a on
Saturday.
Righteousness.
And a little clip it. This is her without
anyway.
Yes. That was his.
You'll get to see
she
both
didn't
sides
drink
of
all.
Juliette.
She didn't drink all.
Both sides of Juliette.
That should be an episode. Anyway, so me and Alexa were rolling through the Louvre, not knowing what the fuck is going on. Like, who are these people? I know we learned this in like art history back in the day. But, I don't remember. In Amsterdam, you know our asses were on some other planet.
Yeah.
So we were going through the Rijksmuseum, like, hey, still nothing. So when we finally got to Rome, we were like, when we went to Vatican City to see, like, to go through the Sistine Chapel and like, you know, do all like fun stuff. We were like, let's do a tour because I want to go through this museum and like know what is what.
And like,
I want to know. And honestly, it was the best 50 euros I ever spent.
50 euros
each? Yeah. So it was. I mean, but like it was like a detailed tour. Like it was like 3 hours, and we went to mass right after at St. Peter's. And then the after is a disaster, but we won't do. We talked about this morning. I died. Basically, I died in Italy, in Rome, the holiest city.
Wasn't this like you were on like a 4-wheeler?
Oh no, that was in Santorini.
Oh, that's
you died. Why did you?
That's
like, I went to
that story.
I went to Mykonos, but then I went to Rome, and I went to Vatican City, and I went to like St. Peter's, and I was like, you know what? I don't have to go to church for like a year. I'm like good. I went to like the holiest place to like for mass. After that, it was the World Cup.
She reached her quota in one time.
Yeah, it was the same day that I died. After I said that.
What do you mean you died?
Literally, I was in the ambulance in Italy. And
you died?
So what's funny
they resurrected you?
Like
she went to mass. They resurrected.
Yeah, Jesus was like, "Oh, that's funny."
Bro, you died?
I passed out. Okay, listen how I died. So anyway, me and Alexa, we proceeded to go to the Trastevere area in Rome. I don't know how you say it. But there's a bunch of bars and restaurants there. We wanted to go there to go watch the Colombia versus Japan game because my best friend's Colombian. So we're like, this is the World Cup, it's big. So like, we cheering for Colombia. But no one else in Italy is cheering for these games because they ain't in it. So we go to this restaurant, we eat, we literally split 2 pitchers of these Long Island iced teas, aka a pitcher each.
Gotcha. She's like, we split
2 like that makes it better, bitch. You had 1 apiece.
Yeah,
like a whole
right.
And some beers in between. We were lit.
Right.
Anyway, and my friend's an EMT, so what the funny part is like when we got to Rome, all we heard were EMT trucks like ring, 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 and she's like, yo, I wonder how they do things here. And I'm like, you know, maybe we'll find one, we'll take a picture with them, whatever. No, I gave her like VIP access. to this EMT because I ended up I went to the other bar. So Columbia lost. She started calling her boyfriend. They're crying about this game. So I went to the bar next door.
You're like, fuck that.
And I was like, fuck this shit. So I was already lit. So I went to the bar next door and I was like, how much is a tequila shot? And he's like, €2. I was like, bet. One for me, one for you. He's like, okay. And when I recorded myself doing this whole thing, I don't know why I decided to.
GoPro or
No, I just recorded on my phone. This phone that
we're
recording on right now.
Camera wise or just
camera?
sound?
I just put it.
You would put it?
I literally just clicked and whatever. And I'm like, yo, 2 tequila shots. And then I see in the video that this is not a tequila shot. It is a cup of tequila. And I take it as if it's at least 3 shots.
And you're like, did you take it all at once?
Yeah, because I was not okay. So then Alexa comes in the store and she's like, where'd you go? How do you just leave me in the next bar like this? And I was like, I'm like, a tequila shot for her too, 1, 2. And he's like, And in the video it's like, oh, he's nervous for us. And I was like, I do too. And then I took the shot, another tequila cup. Alexa took the tequila cup. She's like, I don't understand how you died because we had the same amount of alcohol and food. And
you got alcohol poisoning, bitch.
And I was like, no, I had 1 more cup than you, girl.
You
and she turned around and she told me I'm on the floor, on cobblestone outside in broad daylight in Italy.
Broad daylight?
After I just went to church, I was like, oh. And then these old Italian ladies these old Italian ladies.
Girl,
right.
Juliette, say that one more time for the people in the back.
That's not how you act after church.
Damn, she said, I've been saved, now let me go die again.
No, I don't
Seriously, you waited at least 3 days to try and be good.
I told you, I fucked up hard.
Just not die.
Anyway, so these old Italian ladies are like, oh my god, help, she's dead, a stupid American. She was like, and Alexa's like, nah, she ain't dead, she doesn't. Alexa's slapping the shit. She's like, oh, you better get the fuck up. She calls my friend Manuela crying. She's like, I don't know what to do. But she's lit too. And she's like, fuck, now I gotta be sober to save her ass. Because she's dead.
Bitch, she fainted.
Not dead like you. And I threw up and everything. It was a disaster. And yeah, no, it was bad.
This is why everybody hates Americans. They be like, fucking
broad daylight.
No, fuck that though, because they come here, people, foreigners, and they be getting lit. And I get it. You're in a different country. Live your best life.
She calls Manuela. Manuela orders an Uber to come pick my ass up from the place in Rome.
Shout out to Uber for being
literally from across the sea.
So she's in New York calling for an Uber for us in Italy to get to our Airbnb. Listen, bro. And then we had to cancel the Uber because she didn't want us to be. She didn't want my ass to throw up in the Uber and get us charged $200, whatever the cost might be.
It would be expensive.
So then these old Italian ladies the EMT ended up arriving, and I was like, oh, Alexa.
No,
we got to ride the back of the ambulance truck.
But did you?
I was on a stretcher, guys. No, these Italian ladies called the ambulance because I was dead. I could not. But Alexa's cleared. No. Yes. And Alexa's like, bro, they didn't even do anything to you. They just brought you to the hospital to take a nap. But I got to ride.
Take a nap?
She's like, they didn't even put an IV in you, girl. That's what you're supposed to do when you're.
Yeah, banana IV gives you all of your.
Oh my god, I have to take my mask off. So we will return to this conversation.
This is unreal. Monica's a fucking idiot. Monica, literally, you're an idiot. We got into an ambulance in Italy.
Wait.
No.
And we're back with clean faces here, rejuvenated. We probably toned it down a little bit because we were screaming before about my Italian experience of dying in Rome.
I got to see the video during.
But yeah, in the time that we were away from the camera, I did show them the exclusive footage.
It was great. It was great footage.
She's alive. And
yeah, they're honestly happy that I'm still here. I'm happy.
That's how you go to a different country. That's the way you do it.
I don't know if I ever want to do that.
It's an experience you'll never forget.
No, definitely unforgettable. Alexa can
because
vouch, and if she hears this, she's gonna say, "I hate you."
I was so mad at you.
Shout out to Alexa for also taking
shout out to Alexa for being a real one. wanted
The videography, the photos, it was
the pure.
clutch. Very clutch.
She's honestly very impressed with your skills.
I am, because those are moments, those were good photos too, not
Yeah,
just
face.
blurred.
The
No,
noodles
that
that
was
were
a
thrown
full,
out of my body.
let me zoom in, focus it, those were great.
What's that? Spaghetti. She had spaghetti.
I was in Italy, what do you expect? Anyway, let's continue with these questions to get it rolling. So, I know we talked about the ideal first date, but what do you look for in a guy, like personally, as yourself, as Aminah, as Juliette, as MoMo?
Height.
I told you,
Let's
right?
just be real.
Yeah. Are we
That is
doing
the
superficial
first. That's
and
not
then,
even
like,
superficial. Think
No,
about
okay,
it.
but for like
Oh.
her purposes, because like she's gonna like she's 5'9", bro. Like
I'm
she's not gonna
5'9".
date someone that's
I'm 5'9". Unless you stand tall, and that you have to stand tall. Like Kevin Hart, for example, his girl, he's what, 5'4". His girl is like a solid 5'7". But it's like he's super successful.
His confidence
his
stands
confidence is like through the roof.
So it
it's
makes
not
up
a
for
thing.
the height.
It makes up for the height. If you do not have confidence that makes up for the height, you can't see me at 5'9".
Yeah.
How
Okay.
tall's your boyfriend then?
No,
He's 6'2".
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, no, they're good.
Which is still
Match.
short. Honestly, my perfect, and he knows, would be 6'4". My prom date, I literally asked him to prom because he was the perfect height for me to wear my 6-inch heels.
Yo, in high school though, it's a little superficial. You're like, what is my prom picture?
And what- yeah,
You
what
need, you're gonna
pictures
have
on
those
your
pictures for
table?
the rest of your life, so you need
Yeah.
to make it count. And I was not gonna have someone who was shorter than me.
She's like,
I'm sorry.
girl.
And you wore big heels?
I did. I wore my mom's heels, and then you know when you bring out
Because
your
like
mom's
Aminah be
heels.
trying to stunt on me. She's like, I want to wear heels. I'm like, girl, I don't want to wear heels. And like, you're already telling me like this cannot work.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
literally
I tower.
look like
I'm solidly 6 feet.
She's
with
like,
4
I don't
inch
care.
heels.
I
Like,
Yeah.
it's nice up there.
Yeah. So besides height, like what
Nice
else?
up here.
I need you to be smart. I feel like that's most people, but
No,
and not smart in the way of like to each its own. You can be book smart, street smart. I just need you to have some type of intellect that shows me that you have experienced
And
life thus
makes
far.
you interesting.
Like yes,
Right.
I agree. I need you to. I don't need you to be like intelligent. Like okay, you need to be smart, but I want you to be like cultured more.
That's
than
what I'm
anything.
saying. That's why I say
It
it's
could
like
be
being
worldly
smart
or-
is not just book smart.
Okay. Yeah.
University,
because,
like
some
it's
people-
about experience. Like, what do you know? Do you live in a box? Are you under a shell?
like, are you sheltered?
exactly.
I can't because
exactly.
I can't show
yes.
you the world.
And if you're open-minded.
I mean, I can.
I
but,
can
like,
show
I
you
don't
the
want
world,
to.
but not at level 1. I need
Yeah.
you to at least be on the same level as me.
We need to be
You
on
know what I
at
mean?
least
If
the
not
same page
further.
so we
Yeah.
can grow together
Exactly.
from that starting.
That's a cheers.
That's a cheers. Okay, that was great.
I wish I had one.
Let me let me cheers your teacup, girl. We won't leave you hanging.
Yeah, let's have tea.
Solidarity.
We have tea and wine. That's everything every girl needs.
There you go.
Spill the tea, girl. What you got on us? What is
I
your
actually did
ideal
on my wedding
guy?
So
Or girl, if you ever float that way, who knows?
Float that way? No, I do not float that way.
Stay in this zone.
I've kind of stayed one way, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Um,
what's your idea?
Okay,
She
so
likes baseball, guys. That's all I know.
Baseball players make the most money out of every athlete in the world.
Are you
I'm
serious?
not a gold digger. I'm just saying if you are
Stats?
actively trying to pursue an athlete, that's the way you
you
want
gotta be good though. Oh, you want to go
Oh,
baseball?
baseball.
They're
Go
they're
baseball.
like,
That's what
Attractive.
J-Lo's there.
And they're attractive. Think about it. And they're not getting, I mean, granted, like,
They got some
a
good
pitcher
butts.
might be getting the worst injury, but everybody else is pretty
Chilling.
much, it's just chilling.
Everybody else is just chilling on the field, and I get that. Okay, so after Aminah's input on like the baseball stats and
And
future,
what was the question?
what's your ideal guy? Like, what do you look for in a man?
tall?
Okay, height is
Strong.
important.
I'm taller than a lot of my shorty friends, like you for example. So I like when a guy makes me feel
You're a
smaller.
short friend, bitch.
Damn,
Like I always feel tall, so like they have to be
Yeah.
significantly taller and like strong. would be-
Strong is a good one too. You want to
Yeah.
feel protected.
yeah, security is a big thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just
Secure
think that.
too. Yeah.
What,
Like financially.
Financially
I feel like-
and
Yeah.
physically, like you want to know if someone's about to like
And-
attack you, like that this man's gonna be behind you.
Or
like,
also that I
excuse
won't
me.
be picking up the check at every meal.
Like that they have a good future. They're driven.
Or at
I
least
feel like, but that
something.
part, that financial part, I feel like nowadays isn't.
No,
it
but,
isn't
like,
like it
you
all
want it
depends
for
on
something.
something. Like now,
I mean,
I
I don't want you. You need to have a job, but I'm not. You don't need to be making 6 figures.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to again match me or raise above.
okay, I agree. I like that. Facts.
You know what I mean?
And just be driven and motivated, I feel like. Because
Yeah.
if they're not planning on doing anything with their life,
I need someone that's literally
even
on
if it's
the
just
move,
traveling, like have some plan.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even if you just want to say fuck it and travel, I need you to have some goal for your happiness or for your life that will make me feel like you're not just sitting in a dark room,
wasting away.
wasting away, exactly.
Yeah, no,
Gotta
especially
live
for
life.
me.
Like I want to see you making moves, like
Yeah.
cute moves, you know?
Cute moves.
Like,
Yeah.
Momo
He's
on the
gotta
move.
be cute.
Momo on the move!
Yo, imagine I just put that little
Definitely
sound.
be cute.
I hate that shit from DJs. Like when I listen, that's like the reason why I don't listen to the radio in New York, especially because on the radio they're like putting sirens in the middle of, and
And
you're
you're
like,
like, fuck, am I getting pulled over?
anyway. But yes, I agree with the height. I agree with the security. I agree with
The intellect.
the intellect. Yes,
Make
and
them interesting.
the cultureness. Like you need to know what's up.
Yeah.
Like I at this point, like in my life, I want you to like, I guess like what Aminah said, like either be at my level or just like
Oh my God,
match me or be better.
Yes.
Like
I need you to be chivalrous.
Yeah,
That chivalry is a huge thing for me.
opening the door.
I need to open the
Respectful
door
to your
for me.
parents.
Like the
Yeah,
parent thing is
respect
huge
to your
because
mom.
Very-
I want flowers on
Very
every date.
important.
Honestly. Like,
On every day.
I don't need flowers on every day because
I know, me either.
those flowers will
I know
die,
that.
and like I'm sorry, I just don't take care of them.
okay, well then I need some sign of affection. Like I don't want you to get too comfortable thinking that you don't need to wow me all the time. I try and it goes both ways. I'm not one of those women who think that a man should be the only one wowing.
Yeah.
Like I want to wow you too and let you know like you
Yeah,
have a
you
strong
can
woman
say-
on your side, but also like you need to.
I don't want to be the
chivalry.
only person wowing in this equation.
Yeah.
I got you.
I
We
need
both
to
gotta
be give and
equal
take,
out.
give and take. Exactly.
Yeah. I think
Mhm.
that's where some relationships like fall because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of like listening from my friends' past experiences or like you know my families, I've seen like certain relationships fail and succeed, and I think that is like one of the main reasons why.
Yeah.
So like one person
gets
is giving one person is just giving way more than the other person.
That's
is giving.
usually how it goes.
And then like it's
Even
just,
with non-intimate relationships, I feel.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. You
Friendship too.
either one part is always going to give more, and
that sucks
it
because
sucks.
you
It
don't
sucks.
want to be the person that's receiving the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
And like
It's
I
rough.
know that happens often. Like
Yeah.
I've seen it. I'm like
In
oh,
relationships
and like
specifically?
and then some people just continue to say I'm like, but how? I don't know. I don't get that at all.
Love will do
Because-
that to you, man.
It
Let me
Yeah,
tell you.
love
you.
is blind.
It's like,
bro.
I don't even
I know
think.
you're
Okay,
bad.
so even with that saying, love is blind. I don't think that it's love is blind. I think that people get so stuck in, or just so stuck with seeing the potential in someone
That they
it's
look
hard.
past the other stuff.
Right, because it's like you've seen what that person can be. You know what I mean? So, but that's
So
tricky
when the
because it's
bad-
like you can't fall in love with potential. You can't
Yeah.
fall in love with something that hasn't yet surfaced or shown face.
Yes.
That's where it gets rocky. So it's really determining when you've had like a clear view of who
Right.
that person is and deciding whether or not you can move forward with them.
Agreed.
It's rough.
I like that. But like it's tough. It's like
It's
it's like
tough.
how do you
Love is
know what
tough.
like, you don't know what is potential and what is gonna stay forever.
Exactly, and that's the
Because
thing, it's
it's
hard
just
to
gonna
distinguish.
go
And that's
Right.
very hard to distinguish in like the first interactions too, because like
Right.
someone can present. Obviously, everyone is gonna present their best
Yeah.
selves, their first few dates, and so forth.
And then
And then all of a sudden you
comfortable.
realize, oh wait a second,
Start
Yeah.
slacking.
is that really you? Is that how
Yeah,
you
That's
actually
what I'm
touch
saying. People get
fuck?
comfortable. People get comfortable and too familiar because they think that
And like
they
it's okay
have-
because
right,
like you
they've
want
gone
that
past.
comfortability, you want to have that.
You
but
do,
also
but to a
it's like-
certain level.
Yeah, to a
like it's
certain
like
extent.
you always want to still be on your toes in a sense that like I never want my partner. I never want the relationship to be predictable.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I don't
Like
want it to
too
just be moving
routine?
through motions. Exactly, like too routine.
Yeah,
Like
no.
I need
I'm
you to
doing this because I have to, not because
No,
I
yeah,
have
I
to.
want you to like think of new ways, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Again, it goes both ways. This is
Yeah.
not like a gender, like this is very gender neutral, which I'm
Yeah.
speaking of. Like I think
agree
that
it should
a
be
woman
equal on
needs
both
to
parts.
show up
Interest.
just as much as a man. It's just
She
in
can't
different ways.
expect the world if she's not
willing to give it herself. Exactly, I agree.
Facts.
Very
And that's
inspirational.
why you say like, of course, like someone ends up losing because someone is always gonna get more.
A little more.
That sucks.
It's rough.
That's the way the
but-
cookie caramel.
Yes, true story.
Damn, what was that, Bruce Almighty? And that's the way.
I have no idea.
You know, I was just looking at a promo for
So
Evan
did my
Almighty,
dad.
and I did not know it was Steve Carell. Okay, fun fact.
Wait, what?
Steve Carell, he's in Evan Almighty.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, because I just got into Steve Carell after watching The Office. I just finished it
Oh,
For the first
for
time?
the first time.
I haven't run through the whole thing.
It's
so
great. It's great.
I don't know. It's just like not
Season
the type of humor.
3 through 7 are the best. And then just.
I'm not one of those people that.
But like I
watches
have
it
like tuned
through.
into episodes where it was like I got sucked in, but not for me. But anyway, last question. We're just gonna bang this out real quick. And this is mostly a question for you because like you're kind of in that stage.
Yeah.
Right now. So, what makes a relationship successful after the honeymoon phase?
So, the honeymoon phase, just for those who don't know, I feel is that phase where
Explain it to us.
everything is golden and
Puppy
happy
love.
and luscious.
This is the
and
puppy love phase.
It's the puppy love phase where it's like nothing matters because you two have found each other.
And you're
So it, literally nothing else matters.
This is
You're
the
just
one. Yeah.
looking into each other's
You
eyes.
have like
being-
those like what is it called when
Being
you
gay.
blinders.
Blinders,
They're blinders.
yes.
It's just you and this person.
That's
So the
it.
funny thing for me is personally that never actually was a phase that we experienced.
No?
What?
So
Which is pros and cons to that.
Yeah.
It was such a comfortable and organic experience when I first started dating my boyfriend that it was as if we had been doing it for so long.
Oh, wow.
So
So do you
you
think he's your
kind of
soulmate?
just jumped
Like,
into
believe-
it.
I don't know. I think that
Do you believe in soulmates?
I do believe, that's what I was gonna say. I do believe in soulmates for sure. I think that that whole love at first sight, love at first connection thing is a little bit trickier to work
Yeah.
with. Because it's like sometimes you're dealing with someone who doesn't even know their full self.
And I think
So
that's
how can you
too
fall in
often.
love
Too
with
often
someone who they
Doesn't
don't
even
even know.
know.
They don't even know who they are. Or you end up dealing with someone's demons that they didn't even know they were fighting.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I think the whole love at first sight thing is tricky because it's like you might not even be seeing someone for their full selves at that moment,
That
right?
is great. You need to.
That was like
You need
And
to
so-
like write
You
that
have nail
down.
on
Every
the
single
block.
that too.
And we
It's
have
true,
a winner,
it's true.
Aminah.
And so with us, it was like very much, again, organic. We were moving just
Right.
not emotions, but just in a way that's like, oh shit, like this has been 3 months, but it's like I am completely comfortable. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing,
Right.
you know, we
You
couldn't
didn't have to
experience.
like go through those obstacles to get comfortable, like the awkward phases.
Yeah, because again, this is coming from
You
someone who
fell
also
asleep.
fell asleep on their
Well,
first
I mean, I guess
date.
maybe you knocked
So
that
it's
out of
like-
the park like the first
And I
day.
do because it was like I think he saw it more as like, well, shit, like
It should be like that.
If she's gonna fall asleep on the first date, like I'll be comfortable as well. So he was definitely, and we had discussed it too, that you know we definitely wanted to be organic. We didn't want anybody else to affect how we move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we had both, I've already experienced our own shit. So we wanted to just try something new, which is moving as organically as possible. So that honeymoon phase never quite so happened.
Was
But
it more slowly? Like now you're like I love him or not yet?
no, again, it happened fast. It all was just kind of a whirlwind. Like again, it was as if I'd been dating him for years. Which again, pros
That's
and
awesome.
cons. Sometimes when someone gets too comfortable,
It
you
gets
get
too-
into
Does it ever
shit
get
that-
boring? 'Cause
it doesn't ever get boring.
Okay,
It
well that's
doesn't,
good
which
because I feel
I'm
like in the
good.
direction that is when you're just too comfortable, I feel like that can fall into the routine
Right, exactly.
aspect of things. Like,
Yes.
oh, let's get food every Friday, like Friday night, like whatever. It's
No,
like,
no,
going
no,
out, you know what
right.
I'm saying? Like, okay.
It's because we're both in the service industry, him being a chef and me being a server, it's you know, we have late schedules, so
Yeah.
we will go out at night when
Yeah.
things just
So
get
like when
started,
she
you know,
like first said
jumping
that
in.
we were gonna get Thai food at 10 o'clock at night, I was like, what?
That was
Where?
your idea or me?
That's my
And I was
Wow.
like in Los Angeles because shit closes
It's
matter.
like
It was
that.
like a surprise that food places,
It
especially
happens, and that's what we made it work.
Wait,
we made
there are
the
places
late
that
night
say
work.
the Thai food place that she introduced me
When's
to
it?
that we're gonna
Midnight?
go to.
No,
It's
they close
called-
at like 3. or
Really?
2 on like Mondays.
Oh,
and
you
Sundays.
told me you always ended up
Right.
drinking there, right?
No,
No?
we ended up going after we drank. But
Yeah.
anyway, continue with your piece there.
No, I mean it's just we're definitely not moving emotions. The pros to it is of course you feel comfortable with this person. Cons is you wish that there was in a sense more of a wow, I guess. Not like a wow, just in the sense of like honeymoon is like like you only see that person.
Right.
Yeah.
We're in that motion now where it's
You
like
see them like every day.
we
You just
see
have to.
that person, but it's like we also are very aware that like we got shit going on, which is
Yeah.
good. That's why it works. We're both very busy people,
Yeah.
so there wasn't necessarily room for the honeymoon phase, but
Okay.
it worked out. It just yeah, it worked
that's
out.
good.
Yeah.
That's good perspective.
I mean, because like I can't speak on my behalf because like I don't think I've ever moved past the honeymoon phase with anyone because like I just haven't committed myself just because like I feel like it just wasn't. I'm a busy person and like if you're not flowing with my schedule because it's hectic, I get it. Like it's just not. We're not moving past this honeymoon phase.
Right.
It's mostly because it's like I can't commit to another person, and I don't want to commit to another person knowing that I can't give my all to, because like that's not fair.
Exactly.
And that's not what I want.
Right.
And like that's what I said. That's how someone gets the short end of the stick, and like that's
And you're
not,
like, that's me.
But like I know when I can't do that, and that's why I'll back off. Or I know like sometimes I do have stronger feelings for someone else, and then I know that that's not where they're at right now.
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, I know when to back off. But like, I guess that kind of sucks because it's like, when I'm ready, no one else is. And when they're ready, I'm like, I can't. Like, you know? But anyway, I feel like from my perspective from viewing other relationships, what makes a relationship successful after the honeymoon phase is like, definitely the communication.
Oh my god,
For
communication is
For
key.
sure. Like you guys really need to be on the same page even when like
Even
you have
if you're
your
not
off
on the
days.
same page, just
Because
communicate that you're on different
feelings.
pages.
Because when you don't know that
Negative,
person's on the off
positive.
page and you're like, what the fuck is going on
Yeah.
with you? And that's hard. That's
It's
hard.
hard. It's hard for both parties, I think, to be as vulnerable as they'd like to be.
Vulnerability is
It's
huge
and it's
after
hard.
the honeymoon.
Yes.
Because I hate being vulnerable.
Right.
People.
And you're like,
Because you don't want
fuck
people
no.
to see you at your
That's your
so to
weakest.
speak,
That's
Yeah.
your,
When
lowest
you're-
point.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like, fuck.
But it's important because that's the thing that I think makes the after stage of the honeymoon phase worthwhile because it's like, so we've done all this lovey-dovey shit, now we gotta get to more substantial.
And if like there are roadblocks, like do we get past it or are you gonna be a little bit?
So the honeymoon is nice, and that's why I think like when you're dating when you're young, like high school, like college, you know,
Puppy love.
honeymoon phase is great because it's like you don't actually have like real shit. Some of you do, which is fine, like to each its own. Everybody has their own experiences, but it's that time where you really don't have to give as much of a fuck as you do, you know, once you get out of college,
Like
real world
carefree.
shit, you know what I mean? Exactly, as carefree. And so it works, but I think that maybe that's also just can sometimes be like defined as like an age thing or categorized as an age thing that you deal with.
Well, then
honeymoon
are we talking
phase.
about how immature boys are then? Because
Facts.
like wait
I do take
till
a
they're
little
like
bit of a time
40.
to mature.
It is a true story. Women
My brother will attest
biologically
to it.
mature
Yes.
faster than men. That is factual.
It is facts.
Mhm.
But,
It's
you know,
facts.
we have answered all our questions. Okay, and one more thing about, like, the successfulness of a relationship after the honeymoon phase. You have to build the trust beforehand. But, like, also, if the trust is tainted in
It's
between,
hard.
that is
It's
also a hard
hard.
thing to overcome from
Yeah.
either side of the party to continue the relationship. Because once the trust is tainted, I feel like the only way, like, let's say, for example, cheating happens, I feel like the only way that this relationship continues to grow is if that happens really, really, like, in your younger years. Like, it's like, okay, like, you're still trying to figure yourself out kind of thing.
and then you start
Or,
dating.
like, it's hard to move away when you have kids because, like, now you have
You're
something
in it,
that
you're
attaches
in it,
you together forever.
Wait, what do you mean in your younger years? Like they like
Like, 'cause, like,
Like
for
in the younger
example,
stages of the relationship.
Yeah, for example, like, one of my best friends from, like, high school, her boyfriend cheated on her, like, twice. And, like, they're still together now and living together, and who knows? I'm hoping to go to the wedding, because, like, I love weddings, and weddings are not fun.
Weddings.
But, like, I'm hoping that they work out, whatever. But
Shout
they've
out
been
to us,
together,
this is
they've
better
been
than
together for, like, 7 years. Like, it's been a long time. But, like, that
And
was
yes,
also
and
at the
cheated again. I'm assuming.
No, I'm hoping not. But,
Let's just start here, which might be
I'm
just
assuming.
all men cheat.
you believe
agree.
that?
I
So
think
you feel
all
your man has
men
cheated.
So
I do not personally feel my man has
this
cheated
is so
on
are you
me.
talking about emotional?
However,
No,
I think
I thought you were the one
there's
that
cheating, there's emotional
I have
cheating,
cheated.
there's physical
Oh,
cheating,
okay,
and
so there's
psychological
levels
cheating.
to cheating. Okay,
Yeah.
I agree.
So like looking at a girl's ass and being like, damn.
No. That's just looking at another woman.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful, but it's not cheating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cheating
So, like,
emotionally, if
like-
I'm confiding in you about my relationships with another man, Right, for me, man.
Yeah.
That's cheating, because it's like,
But what if it's like your best friend? Like,
Wait, that's cheating.
No, that's different, because if I am confiding in a man who I know may be physically attracted to me, right? And I'm telling this man about my relationship, it's like you should be communicating with your partner. So that's why I consider it cheating, because it's like you are emotionally giving yourself to someone else.
Yeah, right. I never thought of that.
Right? Physical is obvious.
Yeah,
like sex in and out, that's obvious. That's an obviously cheating.
That is
and then psychologically, like
that is cheating,
right? And psychological cheating, I think, is like literally fucking someone up so bad psychologically because they can't trust you, enough to where it's like you're literally like
I feel like that psychological thing happens with
it's like you don't know
that happens with manipulation.
Exactly.
Like men who are very machismo, they feel like
right.
Whatever they say is
like, would I do this? So it's like you don't know what to believe anymore because it's like that person almost makes you feel crazy for thinking.
Yeah. And then you think
and you're just like,
but then
you're
doing
exactly.
And you don't realize that sometimes because you're blinded.
Exactly.
And that
love is some shit, y'all.
No, love is crazy.
It is not easy. It is hard when you're out here.
I'm scared. I'm like, oh my God.
She's like,
don't be scared.
I've seen all the bad things. I'm like, oh.
But that's the thing. You can't be afraid of love. You have to realize
that.
So however you go with love, it's either considered to be a lesson or a blessing, right? That's how I look at it. However, every relationship or encounter that you meet with someone in an intimate setting, right? Like you see this person as whatever, intimately, right? It's either going to be a lesson or a blessing, meaning a lesson, you have learned something from that, or it's going to be a blessing, like great. But the thing is, the lesson should be a blessing.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're still learning something. Like, so if you're learning from a mistake, maybe I shouldn't move that way. Like, it's going to be a blessing regardless, right? So I think it's important to look at all relationships are all sexual endeavors.
Yeah, I like that you said
in that way.
I shouldn't move that way because it's like you don't just harp on like things they did and you're like, oh maybe I could have done something different too. And like maybe that's why it didn't work out, but like you
maybe I shouldn't have left myself so available, or maybe I shouldn't have given so much without also receiving a little bit more. Like, you know what I mean? It's always like an opportunity of growth.
But I also think that for me, I also believe in that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So maybe because you did act that way,
it didn't work out, but like it was gonna happen anyway in the future, so it might as well just happen. It might just happen now, but I do believe that everything happens for a reason. So if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. But like you should take it as a grain of salt and like learn from it, grow from it. More than a grain of salt, like take it and like learn.
Like for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we answered all questions, all topics for today because we can go on for hours, especially with this wine.
Which was very good, by the way.
Thank you, Trader Joe's and
Sterling's
coming up with
Studio
City Spot
and water.
Yes.
Maybe next time Juliette will drink.
Yeah, maybe I'll have more energy, not fall asleep.
It's alright. Thank you guys for joining me on MoMo on the Move.
It's a pleasure, lady.
Of course.
Cheers.
Anytime.
Cheers, Juliette. Tune in next time. I'll put Aminah and Juliette's handles on my YouTube description page /platforms. And I'll catch you on next time on MoMo on the Move.